Welcome to Harmony Public Schools. My name is Hector and today we will talk about inertia. A major thing physics focuses on is why things move and how things move. Sir Isaac Newton discovered the first three laws of motion. The first law of motion, also known as the law of inertia, states that an object in rest and in constant motion will stay in its original position unless acted upon an external force. In other words, things like to stay where they are. To fully understand the first law, we must understand what inertia is. Inertia is the tendency of doing nothing, or remaining in its original position. It is a property of matter that it remains in its existing state of rest. However, how could we truly understand inertia? Here are a couple of different examples to help us understand inertia better. This is a large car. What is so special about it? It is not moving. So now I will try to move it. I was not able to move the car because it was too large. Now I will try to move this cell phone. I was able to move the cell phone. However, it took effort. It's as if it didn't want to move from its original position. Well, that's because it didn't. Even small, simple objects like a cell phone don't want to move from their original position. No object in the world would move without an external force to move it. If things don't want to move, then how does the movement happen? The answer is that there are so many things in the universe that push and pull things and force the object to move from their original position. When you make an object move, in reality it would continue going forever. However, it stops. The reason the object stops is because air, the ground, or simply obstacles stop it. But if there were no obstacles, air, or ground, the object would continue going forever. For example, in space where there's no air, ground, or obstacles, if a rock was thrown, it would continue going on forever. A good example of inertia that sums it all up is when a vehicle is traveling and it suddenly stops and you go forward, you have just experienced inertia. Inertia is a tendency to resist a change in rest. Or in other words, the tendency to stop doing what it was doing. When a vehicle stops, you tend to jerk forward in the same way you would jerk backward when it accelerates. So, which means the object tends to keep doing what they were doing. If it's traveling, it wants to keep traveling. So when it suddenly stops, you continue that motion. Objects tend to be doing what they were doing unless disturbed. Thank you, Harmony Public Schools.